Hey everyone, I'm Coach Venus Lau. I have a no equipment workout coming right at you. We'll be doing flow, so you're going to be getting your cardio, your mobility, and your core strength. This session is sponsored by V8 and designed to bring some goodness into your day. Whether you're brand new at doing this or you're a regular at flow, these small moves will bring big progress over time. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get warmed up with spinal waves. Get started with being in child's pose. Your ears are going to be between your biceps, and I want you to take a deep breath. Feel your ribs expand. And as you exhale, shift forward with your arms straight, and one vertebrae at a time starts to reach for the sky. As your shoulders stack over your palms, tuck your toes under. Let your hips drop, but squeeze your booty to open those hips. Then open the belly, the chest, the shoulders, and look up. Breathe into the front side of your body to create more space. Exhale, tuck the chin, close the shoulders, the chest, the belly, and bring the hips back last. Take a deep breath into those ribs. Exhale, shift forward, and one vertebrae at a time articulates towards the ceiling. As your shoulders stack over your hands, open up your hips and watch with your eyes, your belly open, your chest, your shoulders, then look up last. Inhale into the front of your body, and exhale, return back in reverse order. Head, shoulders, chest, belly, then hips close back. Before we continue to the main part of the workout, I want to acknowledge you today. Give yourself a high five for showing up and taking small steps towards big progress. Those small steps is what's going to keep you consistent and get you to those bigger goals. All right, now let's get to the main part of the workout. We're going to go into that same position that we were just in, but now hover your knees an inch off the ground. And now we're going to do a little bit harder version of those spinal waves. And straighten your legs into downward dog, then lift your heels, keeping your hips high, arms straight, and articulate your spine one vertebrae at a time. As your shoulders stack over the hands, hover the knees an inch. Open up your hips, your belly, your chest, your shoulder, just like we did earlier in the warm-up. Breathe in and exhale, return back, closing the head, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, and lift the hips last. Back to that start position, and here we go. Continue doing this move, getting really juicy with the spine, and moving that spine one vertebrae at a time. You should feel this in your core, your glutes, your legs, your shoulders. This is nice and full body. All right, the next move, we're gonna start off in that same start position, hovering those knees and going into a dragon push-up. All right, so from there, my right foot's gonna replace wide of my right hand. I'm gonna open my body up. Then I'm gonna face the floor and do a dragon push-up. Keep the knee over the ankle, elbow over the palm. And let's continue to alternating to the other side. Foot replaces hand, open the body, face the floor, dragon push-up, back to start. And again, foot replaces hand, face the floor, dragon push-up. Continue alternating as quick as you can go. If you need to modify, you can bring the back knee to the ground in order to get more range of motion through that push-up. Okay, so that is your modification. Foot replaces hand, open, and push up. Let's get one more on the other side. And back to start position. All right, now we're gonna combo those two moves together. Spinal wave into dragon push-up, all right, on each side. We're gonna go for 1 minute straight. Here we go. Booty to heels, spinal wave. Return back. Dragon push-up, foot replaces hand, and push-up. Other side, foot replaces hand, push up. And continue again by comboing that move, spinal wave. Return back. Foot replaces hand, push up. Foot replaces hand, and push up. And relax. We're gonna go straight into that next move with the same starting position. So we're start in that hovering child's pose. Foot replacing hand, then reaching back. Straighten your legs the best you can. If you need to modify, you can bend that front knee, but reach your chest and that hand toward the back opposite foot. Then we're gonna come through to a kick through and a crunch and back to that start position. All right, other side. Foot replaces hand, open the body. Straighten the legs and reach back as far as you can. Once you find that full range, come through to the kick through and crunch. And continue alternating this. Reaching back, kicking through, crunch. The modification is bringing that back knee to the ground, reaching back, sliding through, and crunch. From here, we're gonna go into wild thing, reach. Driving the hips, opening that shoulder, all right? For my beginners, you just bend the knee, keep the knee on the ground. And when we switch, you can just rotate to the other side and switch, right? Or you can just lift the legs and pivot the legs yourself. And regular version, let's do it. Wild thing, make sure you open that shoulder, drive the hips forward and up, and reach. And see if you can do it without bringing the booty to the ground. Switch the feet, switch the arms. Wild thing, reach. Bringing it back, switch the feet, switch the arms. Wild thing, reach. As you're doing this, lift that back heel nice and high, squeeze the butt, get those hips nice and high. And relax for a moment. Okay, now we're gonna combo just those last two moves. Start in that hovering child's pose position, and right foot replaces right hand. Reach back, sit through, do your modifications if you need them, crunch, then drive forward and up into that wild thing, reach, and back to start. Other side, foot replaces hand, reach back, kick through, crunch, place the foot on the ground, open, drive, and lift. And return back to start. Foot replaces hand, reach back, kick through, crunch, and wild thing. One more on the other side. Foot replaces hand, reach back, kick through, crunch, open and drive to wild thing. Back to start. Whew. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna combine all four of those moves. So we have this nice long flow combo, all right? Start in that same position. Hovering child's pose. And spinal wave. Straighten those legs, lift those heels, one vertebrae at a time. Open up the body, return back. Right foot replaces right hand, go into that dragon push-up. And from here, we're just gonna straighten the legs and go into that reach back and kick through, crunch, place the foot down, wild thing, reach. And then we go back to that start position and do it on the other side. And spinal wave. Return back. Foot replaces hand into that dragon push-up. Reach back. Crunch through and wild thing. And let's do two more. Spinal wave. And wave back. Foot replaces hand. Push up. Reach back. Kick through, crunch. Wild thing. And spinal wave. Return. Foot replaces hand. Push up. Reach back. Crunch through. And wild thing. Now we're gonna move into the cool down, but I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge you, give yourself a high five for showing up, doing these small steps for big progress. Some of you may have never done any of these type of moves before, so you might be a little sore in odd places tomorrow, but that's a good thing because these small moves and all the little intentions is gonna make a huge difference in your life and in your body. Okay. Now, let's breathe slow and cool down. We're gonna start in that child's pose position. No hovering the knees now, just let them be on the floor, nice and wide. Let your forehead touch the ground. And as you take a big inhale, expand your ribs horizontally. And as you exhale, allow your head to tilt so your left ear touches the floor and allow your whole body to tilt a little bit. Inhale through center, exhale, allow your head to tilt again. Back through center. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, shift forward and take your time. Connect to the breath. As you open up, breathe into your belly, your chest, and open your clavicle, open the throat, and look up. Exhale, return back one vertebrae at a time, tucking the chin, closing the shoulders, the chest, the belly, and the hips last. Nice and slow. Make sure your breath is the most important thing here. Inhale, nice and big. Expand those ribs. Exhale, shift forward. And open up the hips by squeezing the booty. Open up the belly and the chest by squeezing the back. Open up the shoulders by driving down and lifting that throat. Take a deep breath here. And return back. Allow yourself to stay in this position. Relax your elbows. Relax your body into the ground. You can stay in this position. Thank you for joining me and POPSUGAR today. As I get ready for the rest of my day, I'm gonna have a V8 original. Cheers to you for getting some movement in. I'll see you next time.